The first week of class, I learned about the different students' backgrounds with short, basic dialogues in groups. This is a great opportunity for me to observe how much Spanish they know. It teaches me about their personalities and their speaking skills. After this informal assessment, I get a very accurate idea about my students' unique needs. In a lesson where the acquisition of a new vocabulary is at the core of the lesson, I use a variety of activities. For example, I create situations and let them react. I create spontaneous dialogues in order to develop reciprocity and cooperation among them. The use of a PowerPoint with a lot of photos and pictures, and realia. In foreign language education, realia means the objects that are authentic from that culture. In order to introduce the vocabulary, I use this. This works really well for visual learners. Listening and repetition of the vocabulary will make auditory learners very comfortable in the classroom. And if I use the same group of words and create situations or dramatizations, my kinesthetic learners will have a blast. I use different activities in all formative and summative assessments in order to engage and embrace cognitive diversity. For example, in all exams, if I'm going to test vocabulary, I have some activities that target listening skills, as well as auditory learners and auditory skills. Pictures in the exam also allow me to engage those students to write a description of the picture, and my visual learners will feel very comfortable there. Language and culture, for me, are intertwined, and this is a wonderful opportunity in my classroom to teach what I call cultural competency. Cultural competency for me is just make available for them the meaning not only of the words, or just merely the vocabulary, but put that vocabulary in action and make them go deeper into the meaning of those words in a cultural environment. I want them to have the ability to function effectively in the presence of sociocultural diversity. These activities develop appreciation for another culture. Using this strategy, the learning goal of my lesson is to create a learning atmosphere that welcome, value, embrace, and encourage different points of view. I have realized with time that these activities foster connections among them too. After I had the opportunity to teach student success one semester a few years ago, I always incorporated in my classroom a conversation about metacognition. For example, I asked them, do you know how you learn? And from there, I explained to them how they can maximize their time when they study for my class. Also, in my Latin American humanities, I used discussion groups to explore their diverse perspectives and guide them in arguments and debates. I think that one of my most important experiences is to create a debate where we just understand what stereotypes mean and how we can discover our hidden biases. These activities are just the first steps to show appreciation, respect, and understanding for another cultural community. I am a strong believer that also this strategy develops self-awareness.